Whoa, it's a beautiful day to do reaction. Bro, imagine finding out that your dad or even your brother could possibly be your child's actual father instead of you. That's some messed up stuff. But unfortunately, this guy will never see this because he's not here with us no more. A little while ago, back maybe a couple of years ago, he was actually unalive in his hometown right in front of his house, right? Him and his father ended up in a shootout together. They were attacking him and his father actually tried to defend him. He fired back at the guys that was attacking him, right? It goes to show you that people can still love you and do you dirty at the same time, because who would try to defend someone that they don't love? Think about that. But let's get into it.
All right, so guys, this is Jay's brother. You see the state of Louisiana. This is an affidavit of fact, and it says, therefore me, notary, comes Kenyatta Scott Jr., who after being sworn did depose and state that I had a sexual affair with Jordan Brooks, Jay's baby mama. So he's Kenyatta Scott, right? And then that my father, Kenyatta Scott Sr., had also a sexual affair with the defendant, Jordan Brooks. It is possible that Jordan's child is fathered by numerous people. Okay, so basically he's not the only possibility of being the father. That my brother Javorius Scott always questioned the paternity of the minor child since he knew that she was sexually active with his family members.
Shout out to brother O'Shea Duke Jackson. But as you can see, this is a hot ghetto mess right here, man. Imagine dating a woman and she has this type of behavior, these character traits, man. You just never know who you're laying down with at the end of the day. But this is some messed up shit. It's straight out of Jerry Springer's playbook. Now look, I want to show y'all a clip of his baby mama in labor, I guess, or it looks like she was in the hospital at the time, and he was getting on her nerves, and all of the women in the comments are upset. He should have left her alone, this, that, and the third. But I see a lot more women who are complaining about the fact that their baby daddy ain't even in there. He wasn't present when the baby was born. He didn't care or go to any doctor visits. At least this guy was showing up. That's what I'm gonna say, which is cool because he actually thought that this woman was faithful and that this baby was for him, so he was doing what he had to.
Jay, for real, you're gonna piss me the fuck out. You're supposed to keep me calm. Jay, stop or either get out, for real. Jay's not funny.
Look at your name on. Look.
Jay's not funny. You don't know how this shit feel.
You need a baby crying.
Jay, move. Get it out my face, for real.
Alright, give me a kiss.
No.
I'm gonna leave you alone. Give me a kiss.
No, Jay, for real.
Hey, the fact that she's been sleeping around with all his family members just makes me think about this, right? The type of woman who date dudes who are actively out there in them streets, possibly unaliving people, robbing people, setting them up, selling drugs to his community, do you really expect her to have like a highly calibrated moral compass? That's what I want to know. Real talk. You cannot expect greatness from these type of women if they dealing with you, bro. I'm keeping it real with you. I ain't trying to hurt your feelings or nothing, but it is what it is.
Man, so JD Youngin last moments before he passed away was terrifying. His mom just came out and told the story of what happened the day he passed away. I ain't gonna lie, that video and story was hard to watch. She described it and basically said she think it was a setup. She said when he got shot, he wasn't panicking or nothing. He basically was at peace, like he knew the life he lived. She basically said it was 4 other people in the house with her, and she was the only one that was panicking trying to save his life. She said the other people that was there just sat there and act like they ain't even care. That's what I keep trying to tell people. Ain't no love like a mother's love. People might mess with you a little, but they ain't gonna lose their mind if something happened to you like your mama is. The worst part about this, I don't even think the people got caught yet that did it. It's basically unsolved and it's been years. That's what I keep trying to preach to these kids out here. This life ain't it at all. It's only one way it's gonna end every time. Jail or this. It's crazy because JD Youngin got to a point where he ain't have to live this type of lifestyle. Once you make it out here, it ain't no point in even living like this. Even if you ain't made it yet and you still got a chance out here, don't join this type of life. You don't want your mom or your people that love you to have to go through something like this. And you most definitely don't want to have to watch your back every second of the day. Fact.
All right, so you heard the dude said. Now I'm gonna go ahead on and let y'all hear the clip from his mama talking about, you know, everything that transpired.
Supposed to been painting a car, doing the interior, something for my son. Me and Jay had already been up. We had been up all freaking night because of another situation that happened. I'ma just say it like that. Okay, we didn't even get up to that evening. Well, when Jay's dad came, and everything happened real quickly. Dad came by the house with these two other gentlemen. Well, Jay was gonna pay the guys. Was supposed to be giving them money to do whatever work he was gonna have them do. I don't know. He had got $8,000 out of the $10,000 band. He left $2,000 sitting on the bed. He had told me he was finna, pay the guys. He was finna holler at his daddy for a minute. Okay. Now, I told my daughter. My daughter was 12 years old at the time. Jay went outside with his dad. All this happened real quickly because Jay wasn't even outside 20 good minutes. I told my daughter, excuse me, someone's calling me through Messenger. I told my daughter to go get the mail out the mailbox. Well, my daughter went. Jay, his father, and the two other gentlemen, all four of them were sitting on the porch. My daughter went out there, got the mail. She came back in the house. When she came back in the house, I met her at the door, was getting ready to walk up the little stairway. Within that brief time, by the time we hit the front room, all I heard was doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And I just looked, and I immediately took off running to the side door. Well, by the time I made it to the side door, my son was already coming through the motherfucking door. He pushed me against the wall. I hit the wall. He swung over and he said, "Mama, close the door." So I heard him close the door. When I'm locking the door. I'm like, what the is going on? And when I turned and looked, all I seen was my son standing there with holes all in his body. Of course, as a mother, I lost it. I'm screaming. I'm panicking. And the only thing my son said was, "Mama, just get me to the hospital." We both walked in my room. I'm trying to find my keys. I done emptied my whole purse on the floor. My daughter's in shock. She's standing there screaming to the top of her lungs. He never cried out. He never screamed. He never panicked. He said, "Mama, get me to the hospital." By this time, I hear a knock at the side door. So I peek around, and it was his dad at the door. Well, when all this happened, his dad had a chick with him. She was in the car when the shots and everything rung out. She hid on the floor of the car. Well, his dad, the chick, the young lady, and the two other guys, I open the door. They come inside. Jay was leaning against the dresser, standing in my room still. He was like, "Y'all, get me to the hospital, y'all." I'm screaming because I can't find my keys. I'm like, "Y'all, we got to get him to the hospital." Well, Jay walked away from my dresser, and then by this time, he just kneeled. He took a knee on the floor. He was like, "Y'all, come on, get me to the hospital." And he just laid out on the floor. So, I'm screaming, and I'm going to say this. This is what the fuck y'all don't know, and y'all people wonder why I went silent after my son's death. My son laid out on the floor. He's dead weight. I couldn't pick him up by myself. I'm screaming, "Please help me. Help me pick my baby up off this floor." I grabbed my son by the legs. His dad was standing there. His dad got shot in the leg. That was it. His dad was standing there. One of the guys made 2-3 of his dad. He's standing there. The other white man that was with him, he just pacing back and forth. They just stood there and looked at me without a care in the fucking world. Not one of all three of them fucking men helped me pick my boy up off that floor. The young lady that was there with his dad, she grabbed my son under his arms, and I grabbed him by his legs, and we toted my child out that fucking house. We toted him out the house. Not none of them. So that's why I screamed and I told everybody that would listen to me. No one would listen. I feel like it was a setup. Yes, I do. I don't know what the how the one shooter, one person, how the would he knew, like in a matter of 15 minutes to come to my house and do all this. Now, I can't say who did what, when, where, nothing. What I can say is that God don't sleep and he sees and knows all. And he says, vengeance is mine. And I know that anybody that had anything to do with this and whatever happens, they will pay. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but they will pay. We got my baby out that fucking house. We managed to get him on back of one of the dude's truck. By that time, I'm holding my son. He asked me, said, "What car wreck?" He asked me where my daughter was. I hadn't already told my daughter to go in the bathroom, lock the door, hide. I don't know what's going on. Somebody gonna try to come back. No, nothing. All this shit happens quickly. He asked me what my daughter was. He said he wanted some water. He was like, Kyra. I said, she in the house, baby. I said, just hang in there. Fight.
Hey, man, you know what's so crazy to me, man? A lot of mothers actually enable the bad behavior with their sons. I don't want to make this a bashing video about her, but like, man, let's be real. We all know she probably knew that her son was active out there in them streets even before he started making his waves in the rap game and all that kind of stuff. These mamas don't really be teaching their sons nothing, man. Real talk. And I guarantee you his daddy was a street nigga, so you can't even cry about it, man. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. Real talk. But listen at the baby mama, y'all. So the baby mama is basically saying that this was not a setup. She's defending her baby daddy, her alleged baby daddy, one of her alleged baby daddies.
Why nobody called the ambulance? Why nobody was calling the ambulance? Yeah, motherfuckers was picking up money that was falling out of Jay pocket. Y'all not finna be on here saying that boy daddy set him up. When everybody know in Jay City, his whole family know why Jay really died. We know how he really died. Okay, so let's really clock it. Something had already happened in Jay City. It's a whole video recording of a FaceTime of the boys that was in the car or in the truck or whatever with the boy who shot Jay. That's what we gonna first start off at. Cause it's a whole video recording FaceTime of a FaceTime that they claim the police got. The police supposedly have this video. So that's another thing, like, why lie? That's something so low to lie about, saying that this man set his son up. Jay have a song that he said he's smoking on somebody, not smoking on somebody. He said that, what he said in the song? He called a boy from Bogalusa a rat. And the boy brother felt some type of way or whatever. That's how supposedly this happened. Somebody had set up something for somebody to get shot or something. I don't know. And whoever the boy was that set it up, this was said in the FaceTime video of the boys that was in the car. Somebody recorded them talking about it. And it was going around saying they saw Jay outside and the boy hopped out. Only one person hopped out and started shooting. And they was aiming for Jay. Yes, Jay and his dad was outside. They was painting, Jay was about to get an old school. And the man from BR was down there. And Jay was outside about to pay for the old school. That's why he was outside with his dad on the porch. Cause Jay was on house arrest. So his daddy brought the man to Jay's mama house. So how this man, like, come on now, like be for real. And then Jay Corvette was parked outside his mama's house, so people know, okay, Jay here. Jay had people that didn't like him in his city. Well, that didn't like him in his city. Like, why did you get on here and lie and say that this man daddy set him up? Like, y'all talk about that sound fishy. No, that's the truth. Why would his daddy set him up? Like, come on now, be for real. Like, y'all got beef for real. Jay daddy lost a child before. Why would he want to lose another child? And then him setting up his son, that don't even make no sense. Because why would he be on here, like, why, like, this man got shot too. Like, this shit making me so emotional, because don't get on here saying that, making it like this man set Jay up. They was targeting Jay. That's why Jay got the most bullied. Jay ran into the house. Jay daddy got shot too. And then right before that, like a couple weeks, Jay daddy had just got shot. Jay daddy had got shot twice that month. Don't get on here lying and speaking on me, saying my name and stuff like that. Like, y'all need to clear that shit up, like, for real. Like, let's be for real. Before Jay was even dead, before Jay was put into the ground, you started selling shit. The same old school that got Jay killed, you sold that before Jay was even put down into the ground. Shoes, you sold Jay shoes. Clothes, you sold them. I had up in that house that you ain't even want to let me get. Like, don't even try and make it like it's somebody a villain. But if when you point a finger at somebody, 3 fingers point right back at you. You got all Jay old phones, everything. You didn't want nobody to take nothing out the house, get nothing that was even for them. The same phone that got videos of me and Jay fighting in them, it's the same videos that fans leaking. But you want to get on here and do all this crying like you the damn victim. You're not no victim. I'm sick of this shit. I'm talking about some, y'all all on this. I feel sorry for somebody. I feel sorry for somebody. But I need to feel sorry for his child, because that's the same. You be dragging me in and out of court behind money. We just got back cool. I just got back cool with you because Jay brother was asking me to have a sit down and talk to you. I just got back cool with. So don't get on here and say that nobody in his family set him up. Hey, I with Jay daddy. Let's tell them the real reason why he was married. I had to do a DNA test with Jay daddy because you was going around taking me to court trying to say that my child was not for Jay. You started beefing with Jay daddy once he gave me the DNA. Like, let's be for real. Once Jay daddy gave me the DNA test, You started saying, oh, you was mad as Jay's family could get on here and vouch that. Anybody could get on here and vouch. You didn't want me and my child with nothing. You was worried about money. And you get on here talking about everybody in the comments talking about why nobody called the ambulance, why nobody was calling the ambulance. Yeah, because mother picking up money that was falling out of Jay's pocket. Let's be for real. Let's really speak on that. Let's speak on it. The same way you got in this lie, say the police took 100 bands out the house. Y'all had that money. Your sister said the money that was left in the house, we just gonna let Tish keep it. But you get out here saying the police took all this money, though.
Yeah, I don't know if I can believe anything she said. She was lying to Jada Youngin the whole time, telling him that the baby was 100% his. She never gave him any reason to believe that she was unfaithful, unloyal, lying in this man's face. You think she wouldn't lie to us, complete strangers? Let's be real. Come on now. Let's not be stupid, okay? You see what I'm saying? But listen, fellas, be careful out there in them streets, bro. Be careful who you call your friend and all of that kind of stuff. You know, everybody lost out in this situation. Her children ain't got no dad. The little boy died, the rapper that is. Everybody lost situation, man. I hope everything works out in the end, but this a hot ghetto mess. Hit the like button. I'm gonna get at y'all on